Many of the details recorded in your transactions are items selected from a list. Because a list can get kind of long, we're going to talk about using filters to help you find things in your list. Let's bring up a payment screen. All of the fields that are lookup lists will have filter options, such as your names, or in this case, profit centers. We're going to talk about accounts to begin with. When the cursor is in the account field, you can either hit your F4 and bring up that lookup list, or we can click the magnifying glass. In our list, we have different columns, and one way to filter the list to help you find something is by adding other columns that might be helpful. In this case, if we right-click and do Add Remove Columns, perhaps account category might help us find something. So we can add that to our list. Any column that is displayed can be ordering the list. So I could click on the name column and it would alphabetize the accounts by the name. Or I could go back to account number. If I wanted to order this list by perhaps the account type and the category, I could right-click, go to Sort Columns, and tell it that I want to add account type over here. I'm going to remove account number and then bring category over. So it'll first order it by account type and next by category. Click OK. And now my list is ordered by expenses and liabilities and so forth, but additionally gathered all the like type categories. The other way to filter this list is up in the upper part of the lookup screen is a filtering option. If we click that plus sign, that will expand the filtering options, and we can click here to filter lists to see the different ways we could just filter this particular list. This list will vary depending upon what list you're in. I'm going to select the account type because maybe we just want to see just expenses in order to find what we're looking for. And then you can have one additional filter that's optional. And in this case, maybe I want to see all the expenses that are in my utilities category. So I'm going to type in UTIL. It'll do a match. And if I hit my tab key, that refreshed my list, and now I'm seeing only my utility expenses. Another way to filter your list is with a customized filter. The little green icon in the upper right is a filter icon. I can click that. And here we can add a custom filter. I'm going to click that plus sign icon and add a new filter. And we're going to make a filter. We're going to say that in our list, we want to see expenses and liabilities. So we're going to call it that. Click OK. That brings up my filtering options. If I scroll down, we can see all the different things that we could filter our customized filter with. We're going to choose account type. That brings up my list of account types, and now I can select the ones that I want in my filter. If I hold down my control key, I'm going to select expenses, liabilities, and other expenses. Click my single green arrow, that will move them to the selected column. If I were to click my double arrow, that would move all available items to the right, but just a single click will move only the selected items. Now I need to add this filter to my current filter, so I'm going to click Add Filter. At this point, I could add another filter if I wanted to, but in our case, we just want that in our filter, and we're going to click Apply, and then click OK. Once we add a custom filter, we actually need to cancel out of our lookup screen and bring it up again. And now, right now, before I add my filter, if we scroll in our list, we see assets, cost of goods. We're seeing all of our chart of accounts. Now I'm going to choose my new custom filter, which was expenses and liability, and I filter my list. If I scroll now, I'm only see expenses and liabilities. I can now scroll the list and find the item that I want. And if I were to close my payment screen and bring it back up again, go to my accounts list and look at my filters, my filter is still there. It will be there for all future uses in my payment screen. Each one of your screens will maintain its own list of customized filters, and each different lookup field in your screen will have its own customized filters if those are added. And those are different ways to help you find items in a list.